Hi, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to do another unboxing and I am so super excited because I have been struggling for some years to find a decent camera. This camera, however, is a webcam, so it's going to help me with my virtual sessions that I have, which will be good. I'm not sure if it will allow me to record because presently on the computer that I have, it's not working with the software that came with the computer as far as recording. Now the computer does record, but the camera on the computer is horrid, and that is a webcam. So we're going to see. Well, let's get on. This is a Logitech Brio 4000 Pro. And I went ahead and went with the, I guess this is the current top of the line for them. They have a couple of other ones. This is one that will zoom. And it does an auto zoom. It also allows you to change the viewing angle. And there's like 3 settings for the viewing angle. You can go from a 90 degree to a 70 something to a 60 something degree or something like that. So it allows you to change that viewing angle so that you can pick up more than one person in the room when you're doing a virtual session. So you can do a virtual session with 1 person, 2, 3, or you can open it up to the 90 degree setting and get an entire room. Or so if people are sitting at a desk, you can get all of them. So here we go. This is what it comes in. This is the little box that it comes in. And of course it's a webcam, so it doesn't have to be big. But it is larger than the webcam that I'm used to. And I have an old Microsoft one. This is it. It comes, this is the actual camera here. Comes in here. Everything out, and then of course this box here got a couple of manuals in there and a quick setup guide. These are 2 manuals, we don't need those, and a quick setup guide. Then of course the rest of what's in the box. Let's open this up, pull this out. We're going to take everything out that we need. Alright, there's this bag of items and another bag. Bag 1 and bag 2. Let's get these over out of the way. And this bag is the carry case. It's a nice one too. It has a nice feel. It's cloth, black cloth, real sturdy. Has a drawstring. And inside it has 2 compartments. 1 compartment here and then another one separated by this little divider. So inside it has 2 compartments. And it looks like to me I would put the camera on one side by itself and then the cord on the other side. So that's what you get. You get that nice black carry pouch, the camera, and then in this bag I have 2 items. Here's the cord, and then this is the shutter cover for privacy. So you have this cover for privacy, and then you have this cord, and I think this is a USB 3 cord. Now this is a nice heavy duty cord. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's round. It's really nice. Heavy duty. I'm not sure if you have an one of the older, I had a 2nd generation iPad and that cord was round too. This one is a little somewhat thicker than that one. It also has this little Velcro piece on it that allows you to do 2 things. When you coil it up, it allows you to politely secure it all in one thing here. So it's all secured in the one thing. Also, when you mount your camera on a stand, I'm able to depends on your stand, I guess. I'm able to use this little Velcro cord to help secure it onto that stand. It's supposed to excuse me, the camera screws in, but I still like to have this secured onto whatever the armature is, so that the camera does not fall off, in case if it was going to fall off the mount that it would. Now you can mount the cameras usually with the screw-in base that it has, or there's several ways for that to set up. So let me show you what that is. And if you use one of the ways other than screwing it in on the base, then you would like to be able to secure it onto the armature that you are putting it on. So this is really in there, so just give it a wiggle. Set that aside, we don't need that. You want to remove this plastic. Kind of removed it because it was really hard to get off. And this is the little arm. So the camera mounts onto your laptop like this, and you use this to bend here. You can either open this thing, and the laptop would fit right in here. That's how it would fit on your laptop, right in here like that, and it would sit there. So if you want to put it on a computer, that's when you would open it up like so and lay it on top of the computer. You're also able to just have it sit on the table, because this camera head pivots forward and back. So you're able to get it to move it into several different directions. You can have this just sitting on the tabletop itself. So you can allow the camera to sit like this and use it to do a virtual session, or you can mount it on something. Now, this little armature, let me show you what it does in just a second. Let me cover this piece first. This is the shutter cover. So you have the camera, which is right here in the middle, and then you have some sensors here and here. Now there's a nice little plastic cover that's on this, and I'm leaving it on here until I decide exactly how I'm going to do it. So I just got another armature for it, and then I will take this off because it's covering the camera itself. Well, no, it's not. My apologies. It's not covering the lens itself. There's a cutout in there. Okay, so none of the sensors are being covered. So you can leave it on there, you can take it off. I'll take it off once I'm set up. But this is the privacy shutter cover. And it just snaps right onto the camera head. So this shutter opens and closes. That's what it's going to do. It's going to open and then it's going to close down over it. So I would take this and place this shutter cover over the actual camera here, the camera lens, and then fold this back. I want you to be able to see that. So I cover the shutter, take the shutter and cover the camera lens, and then I fold this back over the top of it and then snap it down. And then when I want to, it's mounted, when I want to use it, I just flip this up and reveal the camera lens. That's what that's for, to give you privacy. Now I do recommend always leaving it in the down position until you're getting ready to do your virtual sessions or phone calls. And the reason being is because if you're setting up or you're doing something, you don't want to have people seeing you do all your back room, you know, back studio stuff. So you leave this down. And I generally, when I come off of a session, I mute my mute my microphone, and I go off video. That way, if this shutter isn't down, no one's actually seeing what all is going on. I did a session the other day, and I was rushing trying to get set up. I was a little late joining it, so I was setting up my green screen, and my camera was on off. I don't know what happened, because I could see that the camera was off, And when I looked around, I was trying to find my picture. I have a photo already pre-installed, so when my camera is off, it'll show just a still shot. Well, the still shot was there and then it disappeared. When I looked again, the camera was open. So it wasn't this camera, it was another camera. The camera was on, but I had a privacy shutter on the camera that's mounted on my laptop. So thankfully it was closed and no one could see that I was setting everything up. So that's what that is for, privacy shutter. People are coming into the room and leaving out of the room. You have that closed. No one is embarrassed. Now, for this arm, this piece that offers you the ability to have your camera sitting on a desktop, sitting on a laptop, sitting on a laptop like this, or sitting on top of a computer monitor, either or. This comes straight off. So what you want to do is you can either hold it, open it all the way up. I'm only interested in this bottom piece here. So I generally close that and wiggle it left to right, pulling it outward. And that will come, you heard that? It snaps right off. And it will reveal the female part of that mounting setup. So these are threads in here, and you would screw this onto your armature to mount this if you needed to mount it on something. So I'll show that setup a little later. I'll show that setup so you'll see what it looks like, because I have an armature that I'm going to mount this on. But when you want to use it on the laptop or on the desktop, you just pop this right back in and push it. It pops right back in. And there you have it. Nice. I have looked at it and used it slightly to set it up with my laptop to see how it would run. The picture is extremely clear, I will tell you that. So I have some really high hopes for this, and it appears that it is going to work out just fine. So we'll see how it does. All right, so that's what you have. You have your pouch, you have your cord, and it's a good length too. This is a nice length, which is nice because, of course, the cord that I have on this camera here is really short. So you need a nice cord in case you need to place your laptop at a distance away from your camera. Or you want to, like I said, it's on a mount. I have a tabletop mount, but you can actually mount that camera on a tripod and move it a good distance away from your computer or your laptop. And in doing so, you want to have a cord that's long enough so you're not all cramped up and knocking things over. So that's what you have. Your pouch, your cord, you have your quick reference guide, your shutter, and your camera. All right, thanks for joining me. Until next time. And reuse it. Also, you'll need some glue, just some local cheap glue, like the Elmer's glue, any kind of school glue, and a piece of paper. You'll also need some scissors to cut out your shapes.